Coming to you live from the Micro Mini Lightning Newscast news desk, we bring you the news you can use. And as always, I am joined by my fellow news anchor.
This is Eric.
And Eric, today we are talking about a big-time news event, a big-time thing that has come out of the entertainment world, and that is Disney has now dropped what the Disney Plus service is going to look like. Well, not only look like, but it's also dropped what the pricing is going to be. And you have that pricing for us, sir. Tell us a little bit about what's happening with this.
I can't remember what the pricing is. I don't have it on my screen. It's in articles, and I don't have the article up. I apologize. I can tell you one thing. That the Disney Plus launches November 12th. 2019, that is 210 days, 10 hours, and 28 minutes, and 52 seconds from this very moment when we're recording. So we got a little bit of time, not too much though, because it's already mid-April.
That's right.
Hope your taxes are done.
But it's going to be $6.99 per month.
$6.99, is that? I wonder if that's including HD or what are they including with the $6.99?
Yes, it is. It is going to include all that. Not only that, but you can actually pay for an annual subscription for $70. Now, this does come on the heels of Netflix announcing their plans to raise monthly prices on its most popular plan from $11 to $13.
Yeah, and they just raised, I think, prices on their normal plan.
Yeah, they just raised that not too long ago.
6 months ago, 8 months ago? Maybe a year. Yeah, interesting. That's what it feels more like. Netflix has been moving towards all original content, whereas Hulu and especially Disney, who is a owner of Hulu, they have not been focusing on original. I mean, Disney focuses on original content, but they also purchase a lot. What have they purchased?
Well, I mean, Disney purchased, as we talked about earlier, they purchased Fox.
Yeah, Fox.
And because of that, they got the X-Men. They got, like I mentioned earlier, they've already mentioned that Disney Plus, and not that it's something that I watch. I used to watch it at Simpsons, but Disney Plus is going to be the exclusive streaming source for any Simpsons content, according to reports. Now, there's another interesting thing that I found when I was looking this up earlier that happened just today, which is Monday, April, what is today's date, Eric?
15th, tax day.
April 15th. And that is that at Hulu, which was already a majority stakeholder by Disney.
Yeah.
Because when they absorbed Fox, they got their stakes. And
they only had 10%? No, 20?
They had like 20%.
Yeah, 20%.
It took Disney to 60% whenever they made that purchase. But now Hulu has bought out AT&T. Hulu has. So the merger of Disney and Comcast have now bought out they have bought out AT&T's shares, which is 10%.
Okay, AT&T. I knew one had only 10%. Yeah. That was a small one.
And so now the only two owners of Hulu are now Comcast and Disney.
Yeah.
And Bob Iger has commented that he may be interested in buying the rest of it.
I mean, of course he is. Why wouldn't he be?
Well, Disney has the money for it, but that brings up possibilities of something that you and I had talked about, that they have mentioned before, of having Disney Plus be kind of a more child-friendly streaming service, and then Hulu have the more adult content on it.
Yes, that was the
which would explain things like things like Family Guy, which once again not a huge fan of, but you also have Deadpool, which is not I would say kid friendly.
I mean, they're going to have Marvel movies. I mean,
Well, they are, but Deadpool's not your typical Marvel movie. I don't know if you've seen them, but
I haven't seen the second one yet. I want to watch the Princess Bride cut, but I'm curious. I mean, Marvel movies are a little more violent than standard Disney movies, but Marvel is part of the Disney Plus and not the Hulu. Of course, Hulu is primarily television, so yeah, that might not. I think Deadpool would still be with the Disney Plus.
yes, but Disney Plus is going to have, so they've already talked about some exciting things to come out of Disney Plus. You're going to have a Hawkeye series
Okay.
with Jeremy Renner in it.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
And then there's going to be a Loki series with the Loki, which actually the Loki series is supposedly going to come first, which they're getting the actual actor in it. I can't remember, Tom Hiddleston, I think his name is.
That is okay.
And then there's going to be a Falcon and Winter Soldier series.
God, they're trying to do kind of like the DC streaming service is doing.
Right.
Interesting.
But they're going to have the original actors from the MCU movies in those roles.
Yes.
And then they're doing a series, Jon Favreau, who
Is it Favreau or Favreau?
I think it's Favreau, actually.
Okay.
I think you're right. But he's going to do the Star Wars series Mandalorian,
Okay.
which follows.
I'm not familiar with that.
It's supposedly going to tell kind of the story of Boba Fett or Jango Fett.
Okay.
One of the Fetts.
One of the Fets.
And then they're also kind of doing another cool animated series called What If, and it's what if, like, say something like this had happened, like Spider-Man and the Hulk had teamed up against Thanos or something like that.
Are you going to do the classic like
Kind of Elseworld stories.
yeah, but like the Ant-Man versus Thanos?
Yes.
I mean, that's
Where-
been popular online
Yes,
recently.
the meme. Yes,
meme, yeah.
it's been extremely popular. So why not give into that? I'm sure that'll look great animated, kid friendly, right? But no, I
Exactly.
mean, Disney is dropping some very cool ideas of what their original content will look like, and honestly, I'm trying to figure out. Except for, I don't know what Netflix has to compete. Now, Netflix is coming out now and saying that they believe that there's a market available for both streaming services to exist.
I can agree with that. Netflix is what it does excels at. I don't know, like custom content, which looks like Disney Plus is moving towards. But I just don't know. And kind of where does the DC Universe streaming service fit into this? Where does Amazon Prime, their streaming stuff fit into this? You know, where is kind of all this going?
Well, I mean, but you've also got like NBC Universal. You've got
But NBC, I mean, NBC is owned by Comcast, which is Hulu.
Yes.
So,
But I mean, they still have their own streaming service where they have original content.
man, I never watched that.
And just, well, nobody does. But they also have, but you also have CBS, which is aren't they the ones with Discovery?
Yeah, I think so.
Discovery?
Yeah, Star Trek Discovery.
I mean, we live in a time where everything is streaming, or we're moving to a lot of things streaming. But Disney has these IPs that people are very invested in, and using things like the MCU, I think, is a brilliant strategy because you're going to get a lot of people invested in that way.
I agree with that. I agree. It concerns me with Disney owning so much catalog. I mean, they already had a huge catalog, but they keep eating up and buying. I mean, how many companies could have bought Fox?
Not many.
Not many. Disney, Comcast, Warner Brothers, maybe. I think Warner Brothers was in that bidding for a little while. I can't remember. We talked about that merger some time ago. I forgot all about it till just
but
recently.
I don't think company really stood a chance of outbidding Disney.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the thing. They wanted that so bad because there were, obviously they wanted the Hulu thing, but they also had all of their Marvel IPs that were tied up with, like the X-Men and Fantastic Four and all that were tied up in.
Do you think they'll reboot Fantastic Four?
Eventually.
I thought I heard that that was going to happen. I'm not sure where I heard that rumor.
Well, unfortunately, that's going to have to be something we talk about later because we are out of time. That is our 10 minutes. So that's the news you can use. It is the Disney Plus. You need to look this thing up. There's a lot to get through with it because it's going to be something it's going to be huge.
Are you going to get it? Are you going to try it?
I don't know. I'm not one that adopts immediately.
Me neither.
I want to see how something goes. Although with Disney, I've been impressed with what they've done. So
it's going to be hard not to.
It's going to be hard not to. I mean, it's going to be quality because Disney has been doing things in ways that are quality recently.
Yeah, I'll probably still do what I always do, and that's only have one real streaming service at a time. So I'll pick one, and I will not get a year subscription. I'll just do month to month. But I usually get tired of it after 3 months. But my kids won't. Maybe they won't. Maybe I'll stick with one. I'll let them kind of choose that. They watch it more than I do.
Well, Eric, we got time for 1 minute of Eric Tells You the News.
All right. I was wondering if we were going to do this.
Oh, we are, my friend. The people demand it.
Yeah, I saw a lot of comments on how amazing and how...
Yeah, comments?
Yeah, of course we do.
Oh, yeah, yes, the comments. Sorry.
All of them. And how I was uplifted by them.
Yes, they
not a sour word in the patch.
They have nothing but nice things to say about your news bringing abilities. So here we go.
All right,
1 minute is started.
Okay.
First story. Here we go. Where do nightmares come from?
The government. They give them out. It's part of your tax return.
Part of the tax return. Sometimes the taxes can be the nightmare.
That's right.
All right. My robot companion changed my life. ... My
robot. I never had to wipe again.
Okay. Migrants monitored for Ebola along Texas border. ...
There's seeing who's the fastest.
Seeing who's the fastest. Okay. All right. There's the rise of web oligopoly. ...
The rise of the web oligopoly.
Yes, that one.
That's I read this headline the other day. Oh, I can't make that one. It's too bad.
You gotta finish it.
One ring to rule them all.
Okay. And bonus round, lightning round, one last one. Officials save 86 cats living in house, charge owner with cruelty. Tell us what that story is about.
So that story, I read this story, so I know exactly what it's about. So how many cats was it again?
86.
86 cats. The cruel thing about it was the cats, you need at least 100 cats to be considered a cat lady. She had promoted herself as the world's greatest cat lady, and which was false advertising. So she was charged with false advertising and not providing what she is saying.
All right. Is Eric correct? You'll have to find out yourself. But Eric, tell them what you are correct about, and that's where they can find us.
You can find us all over the internet. Of course, you can find us on every podcasting app available, including iTunes. If you're out on iTunes, give us some stars, please. You can also find us on the internet in YouTube and Facebook. Just search for Pull Up a Chair Podcast. You can find us on Twitter at Pull Up a Chair Pod. And finally, we have our own wonderful website. It is puckpodcast.website, pucpodcast.website. Why website, Nick?
Why not?
There we go.
And we have enjoyed bringing you the news you can use once again from the Micro Mini Lightning Newscast newsroom. Have yourself a great day.